jump into our top stories.
Yes.
Guys, this weekend, of course, Ramadan was announced, and we want to jump through some of the laws and the rules in Dubai regarding eating in public, because this year it seems that some people are confused, and we can understand why, because Ramadan in Dubai used to be vastly different from what it is today. And many residents remember that restaurants in the city would actually close until it was iftar time. They would also remember that it was strictly prohibited to eat in public, which it still is, but we'll get to that in a second. And restaurants also had to cover with strict black coverings on the windows. So you could not see into restaurants during Ramadan. And this was a very short time ago.
Now, a lot has changed regarding Ramadan and the rules surrounding eating in public during fasting hours. But if you remember last year, Dubai restaurants no longer needed to screen off the dining areas during fasting hours. But to some of us, it still is something we just have to get used to, because seeing dining areas completely open during fasting hours was not the norm long ago.
So as of now, what is okay is eating in public, as in not in a restaurant, cafe or food court, should be avoided out of respect for those who are fasting. So no eating in public. However, if you're in a restaurant, it's okay.
So basically, what the new rule is now is it's best to practice not to be eating in public. And if you're not fasting, you'd like to stop for a drink or some food, feel free to go to any food court. And restaurants also have removed the screens and they operate as normal. So these are the rules for eating in public during Ramadan in Dubai.
I think it's just that kind of, yes, it was okay last year and the screens were removed, but we're still kind of getting used to it.
Yeah.
So, for example, this weekend, I know Ramadan has started, but I saw restaurants open without the coverings, and it was it's very much that, like, it's nearly like the kind of going out without your mask at certain points, because it's like, I know I'm allowed to be outside without my mask, but I still feel like it should be on.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know that you can, sit outside in some restaurants, but you still feel like you should be inside out of respect to people. I know now some restaurants are doing it differently. So a couple of cafes in my area, they still are only allowing eating indoors, but maybe hotels are allowed to eat outdoors. So it varies on the venue.
Exactly.
But it is something that you might get used to seeing, that people can eat in open restaurants in the malls. However, in food courts and such. However, refrain from eating in public in general areas or drinking in public, just out of respect for people who are fasting. Those are the rules.
Of course, and it's just that the F&B industry has had such a huge blow to them during the pandemic. So this is just an extra thing for them, just to make sure that, they don't suffer more. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyway, move on to